Alright, we are recording. I see the file. Yeah, back in Darksiders II Deathinitive Edition, and hang on just a second. Okay, I wanted to move the mic on its arm, and first I wanted to mute that.
This is the tale thus far.
Yeah, I don't want to spend more time out of this, so I'm back.
An old friend returned. The way to the well is yet closed to you, rider, but there are keys for every door.
It's been at least 1 week, I think 2, since, since I was last in here, and those enemies were right on me. I'm just, okay. Kind of hoping maybe to get the camera view out or something. Alright, so I do have some news I can talk about. It's also, this has been a kind of busy and weird week, so yeah, my memory's a little shot on some of it. One thing though, that, yeah, start off the week a little busy and weird, was the Next at Acer event, which was interesting. I'm not saying it was weird, I'm saying just my week has been kind of weird. Which, various things there. Also, by the way, how would be the easiest way to find it? Well, yeah, I updated, because I didn't know we had this, but Chris, one of our reviewers, actually got to do a, work with, that button, there we go. Helps if I remember what buttons to press. He got to work with the Predator Orion 9000, which is a, Acer desktop, Acer pre-built gaming desktop. That's actually up on the, OCC YouTube channel, which I don't upload this stuff to, but you can find it if you find my news item on the Acer event, though I did add a link to it so you can see it. Yeah. And she is going in circles.
I found a piece of the rod.
Be wary. There are things that lurk beyond these barricades that the Hellguard dare not face head-on.
And the remaining rod pieces, do they lie past the barricades?
Yes. Pass through the city, and you will find the next piece beneath the earth, in an old abandoned tunnel.
Where will I find the final fragment?
I do not know. But the rod has a will of its own. Find the second piece, and it may tell me where the last resides.
Now, in no way to diminish any of the other announcements, because there were definitely some other interesting announcements at the event, but probably among the more significant was Acer's announcement of its new Enduro line, its Enduro brand, which are, well, they are devices meant to, have greater endurance, to be more resilient. And they showed off 2 laptops, and there's 3 tablets. They only showed the 2 laptops, though, at the show. And they're, interesting. Unfortunately, trying to make a very rugged design, you do end up sacrificing some in performance, so like the N7 is the more rugged of the 2 laptops, with, like, it is dust immune, because it's IP65, which is a measure of the permeability, I want to say, for the device, with the first number being a value based on dust and dirt being able to get in, and the second being for water, and 6 is apparently the highest level it is, at least based on the graphic that Acer used. And I would think that because it is, a public standard kind of thing, or at least publicly known standard, that they wouldn't falsify that graphic. Wouldn't make sense. And they did also say dust immune. 5 is good, but it's not perfect water immunity, which isn't too surprising. But still, there's some interesting things. other features. So yeah, the CPU isn't necessarily the most powerful in that. I think it was the N7. I don't think it was the N3. The N3 laptop. Not as cool. It's not as rugged, but it is oh crap. Oh shit, I'm very dead from that. Yeah, the N7 actually has a dual battery hot swap system. Yeah, I'm gonna die, but I can't survive this. Okay, it looked like earlier that there was some drops, so this is annoying that it's... Okay, what is it doing now? It seems to just be stopping on a non-existent wall. But yeah, so it has a bridge battery, but also a main battery, so you can actually take out the main battery. I'm just trying to see how many shots I can get. A lot, apparently. I don't want to get killed again. But yes, that would be a neat feature, especially for somebody that does work outside and you can't necessarily be near a power outlet. There it is. You know, that ability to hot swap in a new fresh battery could really make a difference for a lot of people. The N3, more powerful, but less immune to things. One nice thing about explosives, you can just stick them to the ground and use them like mines. And then the tablets, you know, some kind of deal where they're not necessarily that powerful, but they'll survive so much. There. Oh, come on. Oh, they're actually coming from down there. Okay. I'm just trying to think anything else. Did have the new Spin 713, I think it is there Asus new Chromebook that is actually part of the Intel Athena project. So think the NVIDIA Max-Q, but for Intel CPUs, and you got it. You know, where they work with a company to help with designing, you know, something in the mobile form factor to get better performance, thermals, battery life, things like that. AMD would also have its own. They just don't necessarily their own program for that. They just, I don't recall it being public. Oh, that does remind me of one thing, but I haven't looked too closely at it. AMD's, so many years ago, I don't remember how long ago though, had stated that it had given itself a 20 by 25 goal, which was by the year 2020 to achieve a 25 times not 25%, 25 times improvement in efficiency. And they have said that thanks to the new APUs, they have achieved that. And this was always a measure for relating to their APUs. Whoop. But yeah, so that's something kind of cool, and hopefully they will continue. It's just, it'll be interesting to see how it goes, like with Zen 3 when that ultimately, I think there have been rumors previously that so many weird things, like, oh, AMD's going to delay the Zen 3, the Ryzen 4000 series desktop parts, because, Intel isn't really competition for them at the moment, so they'll delay it and let it cook more. It's like, no, that's not really what you want to do. Who would start a rumor like that? It's so silly. This idea that you would hold back on something good just because you feel that your competition is behind you. It's like, no, you keep going, you keep pressing. Because it's also, like, once you get stuff out there, it can help with innovation. And also you want to avoid feature creep. For anyone who isn't sure about what that is, basically it's the idea that you just start thinking of new and more things that you can add, and you end up... crap. But you end up just delaying what you're working on in order to get those new features in, which weren't part of the original plan. So it is actually dangerous to do, because it means that you might never release a product. And you'll see that happen with video games. Where it's like they want to just, they want to get this feature and they want to get that feature, and it just keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed, so it never comes out, and that just hurts the developer, because it means they're not making sales. It hurts the community because they're not getting the game yet and such. It is important to have your list of what you want to achieve, and for version 1.0 for release, and once you get that, you basically do it, unless you have good reason not to. So yeah, the idea of putting off releasing new hardware just because, oh, it's not needed, it's like, no. Plus, Intel, I think it is most accurate to consider it a sleeping giant. It was sleeping because it made bad decisions. I mean, let's face it, Intel should not have sat on basically, 4-core 8-thread CPUs for as long as it did. They've woken up now and are doing things. It takes a while, because it takes a while to design new stuff. They are being pushed back some because of the 10nm issues that they've been having, but it was so the perfect storm for AMD, but it is... Intel is going to come back, and probably with a vengeance. That being said, though, they did... This is annoying. Alright, apparently some slides have leaked that, well... they're really stupid. Basically, and also, they're apparently slides that were never meant to go public, because Intel and AMD also, and NVIDIA, I'm sure, would all put together slides and presentations basically meant for partners. And these would not be for consumer consumption. I maybe should have taken the other gun. Although, actually, the AoE explosions are going to help more with these guys. that Intel was doing comparisons in it where it was like, oh yeah, see how much better at gaming this Intel is an i5 even against an AMD Ryzen 7 in a laptop form factor, so these are the APUs. Yeah, until you also point out that, well, they're comparing a 45-watt Intel part against a 35-watt AMD part. And it's also a NVIDIA RTX 2060 Max-Q versus a full 2060, which is, what is that, 65-watt part versus a, like 135-watt or something? No, that doesn't sound quite right, but it's still significant power difference between these. And saying that, oh yeah, the Intel part is you know, like 20% faster. It's like, well, you're also like, running this at a much higher, with a lot more power. So yeah, it would be scary if it wasn't so far in the lead. But to be fair to Intel, that slide was never meant to go public. Arguably, it should never have been made because it is questionable in its honesty. And its representation of the parts involved, but yeah. Alright, what else have I got here? Oh yeah. So I will admit I didn't look at the Night City event thing for Cyberpunk 2077, but CD Projekt Red has put out some new stuff for the game, including a goodie pack that you can get over at GOG. And it's free until July 4th, so there's still time. Yeah, I'm not gonna grab it. But that includes like a lot of our stuff, so you know, why not go get it? And you can also, if you purchase the Red Ultimate Collection, which is basically every CD Projekt Red game, and includes Cyberpunk 2077 in it. It's like $88 or something, which for all those, it's like the 3 Witcher games and Cyberpunk 2077 for that price, that's pretty good. Yeah. Alright. I guess I'll have to complain about that, but if you get it, you will also get, until July 4th, a special discount on official 2077 Cyberpunk 2077 merchandise. Just definitely pretty neat. Oh, the Steam Summer Sale started, I just remembered. And one thing too that's kind of funny. Looks like Valve has decided to respond to the Epic Game Sale stuff, where they've had that coupon where it's like spend $15 or more, get $5 off. Just very nice offer. With this Steam sale, you get spend $30 or more, get $5 off. Yeah, not as good as 5 off 15, but the Epic Game Store currently doesn't allow you to purchase more than one game at a time. They're all like separate checkouts, so you couldn't combine, say, 3 $5 games and get $5 off 15 with that. You can with Steam though. So you can get $5 off of 2 or 3 games so long as the total pass is 30. However, I didn't actually purchase anything, but when I just quickly added some stuff, it said off your first qualifying purchase. So it sounds like it's a one-time thing. So not as good as the Epic offer. Just kind of disappointing, but you know, is what it is. I don't know what I'd want to get, if anything. Like, there are certain games that I would like to get at some point, but it's like I also just got some games that I don't even know when I'm going to play them. Like Crisis 3 and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, both of which I like wanted for review purposes as well, but it's like, I don't know when I'll get to them. I've got so many things I'm working on. Like one I'm actually, well, when I finish this, I need to swap out some parts on the test system for it. Fun stuff, fun stuff. And I've also, I can expect some new stuff next week. Actually, a lot of new stuff next week, actually, now I think that. So, yeah. But hey, I'm happy. I like having work to do. It is nice. Would be nice if I could have a little more break between it, but yeah. There's also one thing that I completed this week that will be out next week, but it stays away, but it's, well, in theory, hopefully it gets to editing quickly enough. That is under embargo, so can't talk about that. Good stuff, though. I will say that. What else have I got here? Which is not complete, I know. 3 things left. Yeah, I'll do that one first. So Microsoft has decided to shut down Mixer, which used to be Beam or Beamer? Actually, don't remember which now. But basically Microsoft's game streaming service. That it never really caught on. That was kind of the problem. Is as what they wanted to do with it, it needed more success than it's achieved. So that they're shutting it down, and it will be basically everything is going to transfer over to Facebook Gaming. That's who they partnered with to take on this stuff now. And that includes like partner contracts will apparently be taken over and matched as closely as possible. But I have seen some stuff that some of those partners are also going to be free to go back to Twitch if they wish. So like how, oh man, how many months ago was it now? It wasn't that long ago. How Microsoft managed to bring some popular streamers like Ninja, I think is one. I don't know. I don't follow streamers really. They managed to bring him over. Well, he's now free to go back. He would now be free to go back to Twitch if he wants to. Which would be very interesting to see happen, just as far as the how many people he may or may not have lost, because you know, one thing that is kind of sad, but is also true, that when you stop making content, people will lose the habit of checking for your content. Like I know that's how it works for me with some stuff, where by setting a habit that I'll check and see if there's something new there, if you fail to keep supplying new stuff on a regular schedule, whatever that schedule is, I'm going to forget, and I'm not going to go back until I think about it randomly in the future, and I might not actually stick around. I might not keep coming back. I doubt I'm unique there. I mean, it's like part of the reason why for the other thing that I do, the heart rate video stuff, the fact that I am proud of the fact that I have kept my schedule for that, for releasing those videos for years now. Since I started, I have not missed a single schedule, a single day that I normally have a video goes up to go out. Although I do need to do some recording soon. I have like a week or 2 to go at the moment, but I can do it. It's just I need to actually do it. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Let's take care of this. Yeah, let's get that. We can get into this stuff. Ooh, and it's health per kill. Which is not as good as health per crit, I would say, but... You know, in a one-on-one fight, like with a boss, health by kill doesn't help you that much. And I'm just thinking, did I have anything more to say about the mixer stuff? No, not really. I'd already kind of gone off with the whole... and I'm serious, it will be interesting to see if the bigger streamers, if they will recapture what they had before, if they assume maybe go back to Twitch, potentially. It's weird that some of these places don't show up on the map. Alright. There we go. I guess that first. Another thing from this week, Apple's WWDC, Worldwide Developers Conference, I think is what that stands for. They did confirm that they will in fact be moving to their own, I think they're calling it like Apple Silicon, basically their internally designed ARM processors for future Macs. And the transition is going to be over, what, 2-3 years, I think?
I can feel its power within you. Murad wills itself whole. You may be deaf to its cries, but I am not. And a final peace lies beyond this barrier, in an area heavily fortified by the Shadow.
Destroyer will not be pleased when I restore the Rod of Arafel. The warriors may pay the price.
The White City is lost to us. This broken world will soon be our grave. And yet we must fight on against the darkness, to uphold the light. If your actions hasten our end, so be it.
May you live to see the Destroyer take his last breath. Your ill of the Hellguard.
Good luck, Ryder. The final piece is within your grasp.
So yeah, definitely an interesting... Oh, okay, she got him. But yeah, definitely an interesting decision. You're in the way now. Well, this could... Oh, no, I got it. That could have been very awkward. And I do intend to be stopping for long. But yeah, so with the move to ARM, though, it is going to break compatibility with some stuff. Apple's going to do what it can to avoid that, but it's also Apple. I mean, it's like that they change things. They have a history of changing things, breaking compatibility. So this is I don't doubt they will do what they can, but it may not be as much as some may want. But the message it sends concerning Intel, though, is very interesting and important. Although one thing I saw was suggesting that the Skylake QA process, for those CPUs, that's what really killed it for Apple. And supposedly Apple was finding and pointing as many bugs with that architecture as Intel was, which, yeah, that's never a good thing when external QA is finding, and I mean like externals and unofficial QA is finding as many bugs as internal. Let me say there's somebody with views of being a company's official but external QA. It's like, yeah, that's not good. I mean, stuff being found by people outside, yeah, that's just gonna happen. But it shouldn't be on the same scale. So if that is true, that's a good reason. Last thing I have, I guess I'll repeat this and then stop. Is NVIDIA's released a new driver that it brings DirectX 12 Ultimate support, which, I'm sorry, I will always just say that DirectX 12 Ultimate it's a label, it's just a marketing thing. It's not, a real thing, because it's like half those features were already described prior to the DirectX 12 Ultimate announcement. But it still is what has Tier 1.1 DXR, the ray tracing, Tier 2 variable rate shading, mesh shaders, and sampler feedback. All four of which are interesting technologies. And NVIDIA is, of course, harping on the whole, hey, we're the first to have all this. And it was also funny on one of them is, like, one thing that I saw was talking about how, because it's NVIDIA mesh shaders that's supported. It's like, well, your mesh shaders are akin to AMD's primitive shaders that arrived with Vega years ago, but never got fully implemented. Which seems to just happen with AMD a lot, where it's, they'll come up with a technology that's actually really, really cool, really, really good, but it doesn't end up getting implemented. And then NVIDIA does its thing essentially years later, and that gets implemented, and then it's like, oh, see what amazing thing NVIDIA did? It's like, well, the concept was AMD's. And people just forgot that. Things like MFAA. This is one of the things I encountered when I was doing the anti-aliasing article. But that multi-frame anti-aliasing that only came about with Maxwell for NVIDIA. It relies on the ability to change the... Oh, come on! To change the sampling pattern for MSAA from frame to frame. Yeah, AMD kind of had a solution for that with the HD 3000 series. And it took NVIDIA until Maxwell to finally come up with their own version of it. Now, true, nothing uses that, so it's not really an example of it taking an NVIDIA approach before finally people care. But it was used later. Also, the history of tessellation. That AMD had something akin to that prior to DirectX 11 and its support, but then DirectX 11 and NVIDIA's support, hey, now tessellation's important. Just kind of happens. But anyway, the whole DirectX 12 Ultimate is not that big a... What? He one-hit me. How? I have to fight the boss again, don't I? Oh, no I don't. Okay, yay. I guess it's technically mini-boss. No, it is interesting, because, yeah, like, DirectX 12 Ultimate, whatever. Oh yeah, at that point I was trying... Well, no, I already made that. The whole mesh shader is just kind of that whole primitive shader thing that AMD came up with in the next NGG, next-gen geometry pipeline. It is exactly that concept. But no, the thing that is interesting and may actually impact people today, because nothing supports any of the DirectX 12 Ultimate features, is hardware accelerated GPU scheduling. So basically, right now, the GPU I'm using, its memory, its VRAM, is not managed by the GPU. It's managed by the CPU. Well, the CPU is kind of distant to the GPU, so it's not really that efficient. It's, as far as latency, it's going to have greater latency than if the GPU's own components could do it. That's what hardware accelerated GPU scheduling enables, and is part of WDDM 2.7, Windows Device Driver Manager 2.7, which arrived with the May 2020 update. But it still takes a driver update to make it possible, and this new NVIDIA driver makes that possible. It enables it. Enables support. It doesn't enable the feature. That you have to go into Windows and enable. So that is neat. That, I think, it's like, of the news for the driver release, it's like, that's actually the interesting thing. Nothing else is. It's like, yeah, DirectX 12 Ultimate, no one can take advantage of this yet. And, it's like, half the stuff, it was before that name was put together by Microsoft anyway, so don't see it as a big deal. But the GPU scheduling, though, that's going to be more interesting, because you may actually see benefit today. I just noticed, supposedly I'm going the wrong way. Because the marker on the map is telling me the opposite direction. Oh, no, that's right. Anytime it's, you have to go up a level like I am now. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's a new video for 25 minutes talking about the Multiple Avengers game that's very unique. I think Christopher and Am's working on it. It does look interesting. I'm interested in that game. I know some people aren't. But it looks like it could be fun. Got 9 minutes of footage, gameplay footage for, I guess I'll try to kill that thing. For Biomutant, that Experiment 101 THQ Nordic game that was first revealed years ago and is not, there's been such little news about it since. It's maybe that's going to be an example of feature creep or something else. Who knows? Unfortunately, well, yes, we finally have gameplay footage of the game. That's 9-minute gameplay trailer.
You choose to let me move.
This is absurd. Why are there so many enemies? Also, the tracking is kind of killing it because it's locking on to and tracking to the flying bug guys, but it kills them immediately and then is not something to explode. But yeah, unfortunately I will agree because I had seen something saying it looks a little rough. It's like, yeah, some animations looked not as smooth as one would like. But I did also see one person point out, it's like, yeah, I guess it is true. Technically, Biomutant isn't a... See, this is what I mean. I can't... There we go. I couldn't explode any of them because I was just killing things and it was just killing them. But anyway, Biomutant is not a AAA game, so... it's just a game that's going through a long development, and perhaps should not have been announced when it was. But that kind of post-mortem assessment, was it announced too early? That's going to be an internal thing at THQ Nordic and Experiment 101 that will never be public. Not unless somebody leaks it, and that would be somebody, fairly lose their job. Because that would be the kind of information you're not supposed to let go public. Unless it is an actual decision to. And some developers would do that. The whole, okay, this is why the game is not as good as we thought it was. We thought it should be. You do that as a mea culpa, you apologize, and then you're basically like, okay, and this is what we're going to do going forward. Either just make changes, like the whole avoiding crunch thing that some studios do. Or just, this is how we're going to try to make it up to you, how we're going to try to bring it to you, and bring to you the things that we want you to have. I am hoping I can get to that chest, at which point I will save and stop, because I've gone through everything, and as I said earlier, I do have a thing to work on. That requires some disassembly of the test system for. Alright. Save and quit. Yep. Quit all the way. Okay, it looks like I'm still in that building, at least, so that'll be good. I don't think there's anything else to talk about at the moment. Just hopefully see you next week. It's just, there's enough things that are keeping me busy that it does make me feel like maybe I shouldn't keep doing these every week, but I will if I can, and I normally can find the time somehow. We'll just have to see. Alright, see you next time. Huh? Oh, wrong button. I forgot that I have this set to a different button. It said it couldn't I hit the thing to what I thought would stop the recording. No, it was to start streaming. But that isn't hooked up right now, so it threw an error instead of stopping. Okay, now, see you next time.